Hey, hi teacher, good afternoon.
Hey Jose, how are you doing?
Everything fine?
All right, great. I think the class is finally getting recorded, so I think it's all ready. All right. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, I can see.
Awesome. All right, how are you doing? How are you doing, Jose? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. I was asking you, how are you doing?
Ah, very fine, teacher.
Great, I'm glad to hear that. How's been your day so far?
Yes, yes, I a little tired right now. I have a lot of work and with the English class,
Yeah,
a little more.
yeah, it's until you find your pace to do it, so no worries. No worry about that. All right, let me close some things. For some reason, my internet's a little bit slow. I think it's a Kahoot problem, to be honest, but we'll close some stuff, all right? I'll try to share it one more time. It's a game. I want to play a game to practice past participle verbs. So
Perfect.
there are many, many verbs. I think there are about 50 something. So hopefully it will work soon. I have like, I don't know how to say it in English exactly, but I guess it's the velocity of my internet, or the speed, I guess, is 40. I don't know how you measure it. It's megabytes, I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be very fast. And I don't know why it's still kind of slow.
But the internet company, so I don't know if they offer the what they offer.
I guess, right? This is internet. This is Intel internet. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be good, but it's kind of new, so I'm still getting used to it.
Yes, I work with Tigo and I don't have problem.
Maybe that, I'm not sure. I use Tigo for my cell phone, and it's usually good. But anyways, all right. So have you ever played Kahoot?
Never.
Never? All right. I'll send the link through the Zoom chat. You click on it, the page is kahoot.it, and then you have to put this code, this game pin. All right, so I'm sending it through the chat anyways. After you get into the page and then you put the code, it's going to ask you to put your name. You can put your name or your nickname, it's fine.
I have to share my screen?
No,
No?
you will see the question and the answer options on the screen. So you have to pay attention to both, to this screen and your game screen, all right?
Okay.
So
In your screen,
and yours, yes. All right, so let's start. What you have to do is to choose between the correct verb, all right? The participle form. So most of them are irregular verbs. So he has, what is the past participle of become? You have to type. All right, you have to type.
Oh,
All right.
I
Become.
failed.
Yes, it's the same. It's the same for participle. That's fine. Now we're practicing. So let's see next. So all the questions are similar. Find the past participle verb. All right. What about begin? It has, what is the past participle of begin?
The begin is began.
All right.
Oh, I have problem begun. Yeah. I have problem with verbs.
That's fine. We're practicing. No worries.
Practice. Yes.
We're
I have to
practicing.
practice.
That's why I've sent some of the exercises to recognize, right? The past simple and past participle for irregular verbs. And for regular, it's just ed, d, or ied, right?
All right.
But irregular, are the verbs we have to practice. So let's see the next one. Okay, what about bet? Bet. He has bet.
A lot of money on that horse. He has bet. I don't know what is bet.
Bet, when you put money and you try to guess when someone maybe is winning. So this is common when they're horse riding or people that plays poker. No, that's bet.
I don't know.
Apostar.
Yes.
Apostar.
Apostar. Yes, I understood. But
Past participle.
I bet. I don't know.
So what is the answer? Did
No,
you look?
no. Yes, I don't know.
So what do you do when you don't know something?
I have to looking for in internet.
Yes, but it's the same word. In this case, some of the words, some of the verbs, sometimes it's the same. So for bet, it's the same for simple past and the same for past participle. It's the same word. All right. Let's see the next one. All right, next question or sentence. She has, what's the past participle of bring? Brought. No, it's not a regular verb. It seems like it could be, right? But it's irregular. All the verbs are irregular. Okay, so that's fine. Do you know the meaning of bring?
Bring is like I give you something to you.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
It's like this.
That's correct. It could be anything, right? The example goes chocolate. It could be, I don't know, flowers. It could be food. It could be something, cell phone, whatever, right? You're bringing something. So, correct. Next one. Okay. Past participle of blow. Blow.
I'm scared right now, teacher, because
That's fine. Let's take a guess. You can take a guess.
Oh, blown. I have to practice irregular verbs.
That's fine. It's all confusing for everyone. So no worries about that. It's because there are many verbs, right? It's almost impossible to know all of them. So it happens for everyone, no worries. All right. So past participle of blow is blown. The past simple, it's blue.
Blue. Blue. Blue. Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Blue. Ah.
All right.
Blow.
So Let's continue. Next one. Sorry. Next. All right. Next one. The government has built. What's the past participle of build? Is with a T. Correct. Very good. Right?
The first one.
Usually, not always, but usually a regular verb has the last part different, right? Sometimes the first part is similar, no, but the last part is going to be a little bit different. All right, great. First, correct. See the next one. Okay, choose.
Choose. Chose. I don't know. Is chose?
What do you think? It starts the same. C-H-O.
Chosen.
Chose, right? So it's quite similar. However, the end, it's a little bit different, right?
Yes, right.
Do you know the meaning of chose or
Yes,
choose?
yes, I know. Choose is take something between a lot of things.
Excellent, great. To pick something, right?
Pick something, yes.
Great, next one. Come, what's the past participle of come?
Come is come.
It's, yes, it's the same, right? Has come, no? The past simple is came.
This weekend I will be working a lot in verbs.
Yeah, no worries. We're going to be practicing this a lot. Usually perfect tenses are the ones that makes us practice more with verbs because of this new type of verbs, right? For present is the same, right? Past simple, it's usually easier, no? Future, it's basically the same, no? It's just the perfect tenses which no make us work a little bit harder. Okay, what about draw?
Draw a nice picture of a draw.
Draw.
No. No, maybe. I don't know. But
Nice, very good. Do you know the past simple of draw?
not really.
All right, let me change the size. It's drew. Just past simple, no? When something is over, I don't know. My son drew a flower this morning, right? When it's over. But when we're describing just something, no? He has draw, blah, 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 whatever, right? When we don't care about when it happens.
Draw. Okay. I understand. Yes.
All right. Next one. Very good. Great job.
If you say it. Making.
All right, great. Make. What about make?
Made.
Yes, even though it's a regular verb, past simple and past participle is the same. It's made.
Made.
For example, can you think of an example for this word?
For example, my teacher made in Japan.
Your teacher, what do you say, sorry?
Made in Japan.
Oh, yes, that's correct. No, something that it's created usually when we use this verb, we use our hands to create something, right? Make, etc. Nice. Very good. Next one. All right, next. What about drink?
Drunk. No.
If you cannot think of any other, you can write that. Yes, correct. It's the same as the previous verb, right? Made, past simple, past participle. For drink is the same. Drunk is past simple and past participle.
Past participle.
It's the same. All right, great. Very good. Okay. What about eat?
Eat, ate.
Yes, I think that's correct. Yeah, that's correct.
Ate, eat, ate, eaten.
Yes, that's correct. In this example, yes, they change, right? In each tense, they change. Great, very good job.
With a little practice in the weekend and always, I will do better.
No worries, you will get better. We just need to, you will recognize the verbs. All right, what about fall?
Fallen. He has fall in love. Fall in love. Fall in love. Fallen. Oh, yeah. I know it.
Yeah, well.
No, not know it.
You knew it, it's fine. Follow your instincts. You can also guess, right? If you don't know, you can try to guess. So that's fine. All right, next. Okay, what about fell?
Well, I have felt terrible this morning. Felt. What is felt? Like feel?
Oh, sorry. Yes, feel. Usually we use this in continuous, right? Feeling. So what do you think? What's the answer?
Well, felt with T, felt.
That's the past participle. So it's
Past,
felt. Past simple, sorry. Felt is past simple. And past participle.
I don't know. I can't remember.
It's very similar, but
with aim, felt, maybe.
I know it's weird, but it's like that. Felt.
Felt. What is the meaning of felt exactly?
Felt, sentir is the past participle. Sentí.
Sentir.
For example,
I'm feeling, on feel is not the same or similar?
It's the same. It comes from the same word. This is the base form, right? The continuous is feeling, right?
Just one E. I remember that have two E
Oh, I'm getting confused here.
Or not feel.
We're getting confused there. So one second, please.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Feel, one F-E-L-W.
F-E-E-L.
Yes,
Feel.
this fell is from falling. Fell.
Fell.
I have felt terrible this morning. I know it's confusing. It seems like it's feeling, but fell is like caerse.
Okay, okay.
Fell. Yes.
Okay, okay.
So
Yeah.
it's similar. The other one is feel.
Yes, he fell and feel.
Yes. Yes, it's similar, right?
Yes.
But the
Okay.
meaning is the same, is different, and also the pronunciation. That's why this is fell, this is feel.
Okay, okay.
Double E, double E, suena como I, right? Feel, and here is just fell. I have fell.
Yes. When you fell, you feel terrible too.
Yes, exactly. That's why we got confused.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, all right. Let's clear this.
Fell.
Not fell. All right, next. Okay, fight.
This one is fight, fought, and fighting. Fighting.
What do you think?
Or fought. Fought.
Yes, fought.
It's the same in the past participle and the simple past, no?
Simple past, the both are the same. That's why irregular verbs get confusing, because sometimes it changes, sometimes it's the same word, right? That's what it makes confusing irregular verbs, and sometimes it's the same word for the three tenses. That's what is confusing. But it is what it is. Fought, no? All right, next. What about find? Yes, same word, right? Find, found, found. Okay, next. Okay, fly.
Fly. I don't remember. Fly or fly it. We just practice irregular right now.
Yes,
We are
just irregular.
Okay. So fly. Don't remember.
That's fine. But it comes from the same beginning. Present is fly. Past simple is flew.
Flow.
Past participle
Flow.
flow.
Flow. Yes.
Yes.
I remember how it sounds, but I don't remember how to write exactly. That's a little problem. But reading and studying everyone, I will remember faster.
Yeah, you will. But it's important, if we recognize it, it's fine, right? Just to maybe type or write, it's different. But I think it's depending of what you want to do, but mostly we use a language to communicate. As long as you can recognize it and you know the meaning, I think that's good so far, right? Yeah, writing, it's another thing, right? It takes a little bit more practice, but I think it's more important to recognize, know the meaning, you know?
Yes, I already recognize everyone.
That's great.
Yes.
Really good.
Yes.
All right. Next word. Okay, forbid.
They have forbid.
Mhm.
Forbid. I never hear this word. Forbid. They
If
have forbid to smoke outside.
mhm.
But I can understand. They
It's
have
like it's
forbid.
not possible.
They have their
Can't.
okay. Forbid to smoke.
Not possible.
I don't know what this means.
Yeah, it's like a prohibition. It's not allowed. People
They have
can.
forbid to
Yes,
smoke
they can't
out.
smoke. Mhm. The
And
one of the sentences, right, which is very used is forbidden.
forbidden.
It's very common. You might heard this, but maybe not this. No, in this, it's a little bit more common to use forbidden.
Yes, I was a little confused because it said they have forbid to smoke outside, and usually you can smoke outside. You what you can't do is smoke inside.
Yeah.
That's why I was a little confused, but I
Yeah.
understand.
All right. All right. Maybe the context usually it's from American or British context, right? Usually in other places in America, especially in the United States, it's always forbidden to smoke inside. It's always forbidden, right? But sometimes they also forbid to smoke outside too. They can't. You
Look
can't
at
smoke
this.
inside. Yeah,
Yes.
you never can. You can never smoke inside of a place in the US.
It's another word.
Yeah, totally different, right? All right, just pay attention here, the double D. No, we have a double D. All right, next.
Forbidden is not the same that forbidden.
No, no. All right. Okay, what about forget?
Forgotten.
Yes, great.
Double T.
Double T, yes. That's even another thing that irregular verbs do, right? It's very, I don't know how to say, but that's why it's irregular. It doesn't have a rule, right?
Yes.
So,
It's more like Spanish.
right? No rules at all. Okay, what about freeze?
My feet was frozen.
All right.
Frozen.
How do you spell it?
Frozen.
Just one Z.
Just one. In the another was two. Well,
It's a mess, but
yes.
we just have to recognize them. That's the important part. Okay, next. Past participle of give.
Given.
Yes, let's type. Very good. Great job. Right, this one was easier. We just add the N at the end, right? Give, given. Or give, gave,
The
give.
word usually used.
All right, next. Go. What's the past participle of go? Very good. Great job. Go.
Go, went, gone.
Excellent. Okay, grow.
growing. No, ground.
Same thing, right? The end.
Growing.
Yes.
And the same, the same.
Grew. Well, the past simple is grew.
Grew, and grown. Grown with N, just with N.
A very common phrase, phrasal verb, which is called is grew up. I grew up in, I don't know, I can say Cochabamba, right? Where did you grow up, Jose?
I grew up in Santa Cruz.
So it's to.
But it's not I grow up. I grow up.
Grew. The past simple is to talk about things that are over, right? You're not continue growing up there, right? It's over. So you grew up. It already happened.
Okay, I grew up.
If you say I grow up, it's related with routine, which is not correct. I grow up, maybe tomatoes, if it's something you do regularly, right? Related with a routine, it could be correct. No? But the past simple for something which is over, no, it already happened, it's past.
Okay.
Or maybe my kids, if they are
growing up.
But yes, in progress, growing up, right?
My kids grow.
It depends of what you're describing. That's why it's important to think about the tense or the time, right? Is it happening right now? It already happened and it's over, or it's happening right now? Or maybe to talk about the future, it will happen. No, is it going to happen? Right? It's the difference between each tense. No?
Perfect.
Okay, let's see the next
one. We have to keep.
Keep.
Kept.
How do you spell it? Very good. Great job. No, just one E and P and T. No, kept. All right, great. Next. Okay, what about no?
Knowing. No.
It starts with the same first two letters, right? K and N.
And new. I knew. Knowing. I don't know. New. The same. Maybe.
With the N.
No.
New.
I know.
No.
I knew. New is past. Is a past.
Past.
Super. Okay.
Past. All right.
Oh.
Okay. What about learn?
I have learned a lot with the Kahoot. I learned a lot. I have learned. I don't remember. Learn. I don't remember. Learn. Load maybe.
I think This from here it might start from regular verbs, but it's learn.
Okay. Learned. Echo. ED. Learned. I have learned. Okay.
But here is learned. No, we don't pronounce the E. It's just learned.
Learned. Learned.
Pronounce the
Okay.
E. Yes. Now, when we get to the past simple, we're going to practice a little bit more of the pronunciation. Remember, we have three pronunciations: D, T, and ED, right?
I am practicing with an app in my phone called Elsa.
I heard about that.
Yes, I don't know if you are okay.
Yeah, it's fine until you. I mean, try to don't use too many information because you can get too tired of doing many things, right?
Right.
If you have the chance to do it, do it. If you have time to do it, no? But though, maybe you can try to do it in the morning. In the morning, it's faster, easier to learn.
Okay.
When you try to learn something new in the morning, when you are rested, you learn faster.
Yes.
You remember better, right? Maybe not at night because you will forget.
Yes, you're right.
All right. What about light? No, the action of lighting something.
She has light. Is it regular or regular?
Irregular.
I heard. Oh, lit.
Yes, because it's irregular. A regular verb, right? It's not very common, but it's the action of giving light.
It's not very common. Yes.
Yes, it's not. It's the same as water. Have you ever heard water, the action of water?
Of the action of water, not. For me, it's an adjective. I don't know. Water is a, I don't know.
A noun, no? Es una cosa, es un nombre.
Yes.
But the action of water something is to put water. For example, in past simple will be I watered.
You, maybe.
Well, maybe you can water plants. My flowers.
I water you.
I water my flowers, or I water the tomatoes. To put water somewhere.
I never hear. Yes.
Yeah, it's not very common, but it's the same as here, right? Light to give, like, I don't know, to lighten a lit. All right, next. Okay, lose.
Lose, I have lose. Lost. Lose, lost. I don't know, it's loosen. No, lost. Lost.
Yeah, loosen is another thing. It's the same. No? It's the same. Lose, lost, lost. Very good. Great job. Next word, met.
Met.
Same thing, right? Double E or double E sounds like E in English, right? Meet. And the past is met. Meet, met. Sounds like carne, right? But the other one is longer. Meet. No, because we have meet. But this one is like to get together to someone, right? Meet someone. in past simple or past participle met. Okay, next, read.
Reading. Wrote, read, wrote, reading. Yes.
This one is tricky.
Read, wrote, I don't know. Read, wrote. Reading. I don't know.
It's the same.
The same?
Just read.
Read is read. Okay.
Read, read. That's it. All right, next. Play. Oh, no, sorry. Pay. Okay.
Pay.
Very good. Very good. All right, next. Okay, let's do some more and then I'll explain.
Rice.
Maybe we can do this last. All right, rice.
Rice. The sun has rise very early today. Rice. Rose. No.
Similar.
Similar. Rice. Frozen. A ver. Está mal. Ahorita vamos a ver qué sale. Freezer.
Yes. Rising. The end was the same.
Rising.
No? Frozen, rising.
Rising.
All right. So we're going to stop there because we can continue practice this thing for many hours. But just to recognize, no, it's important to recognize that regular verbs can change in many different ways. We have double letters, double vowels. Sometimes the ending is different, sometimes it's the same, right? It always changes. That's the irregular verb, no? In regular verbs, it doesn't change, it's the same, right? So I would highly recommend you to practice the exercises that I sent yesterday, okay? So you can learn, recognize a bit more. So let me share today's presentation. What is it? Okay, so we were seeing this yesterday. Okay, the game is off, all right? Okay, you can see my screen, right? Okay, so we were practicing about this yesterday. We were seeing how is it formed, right? We have obviously always the subject, no? It could be anything. It could be singular, plural. It could be an animal. It could be a place. It could be people, singular or plural, right? It could be anything, but we always have the subject first, right? Always. The subject goes first. Then we have or has, and then the past participle of the verb, right? I think you can see it. Okay, right? So it's important to learn not the order. That's the form. All right. The most important thing here I will say is to remember and practice the past participle of the verb, right? So when do we use the present perfect? Sorry, we use it to describe or talk about something that happened that we don't necessarily care, no, when it happened. We don't care when the specific time when it happened, right? So Remember I mentioned some time expressions for present, for past, right? These time expressions, no, they're words that help us to be a little bit more specific with the time, right? In present perfect, the most common one, well, for this is basic form of the present perfect is for and since. This for and since is going to describe when it happens. For describes a late of time, no? So this for could be, let's say, I don't know, 4 months, for 3 days, for, I don't know, 2 years, right? It's a late of time, no? A period of time, no? From beginning to end of a period. Since is going to describe a specific moment when it started something in the past. So for example, since, I don't know, since 2013, right? Since,
it's like desde.
exactly. Or since, I don't know, 2 months ago, or since 3 years ago. No, it's starting at the point.
Can we use from? Is the same, or I have to use since always?
From is more like the origin of something. So you are from Bolivia. I don't know, your cousin is from Spain. No, it's talking about the origin or where something is from.
Oh.
It's not going to specify a period of time. No, since, yes, a specific moment in
time. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So these two time expressions are going to describe that something has started at some point in the past, not for blah, blah, blah time or since until now. That's why it's the present perfect, until this moment, right? Not necessarily we don't care about the future, but we care it's until this moment, no? So let's see some other examples. 1 second, please. All right. So other time expressions are these. We're going to practice this in a moment, but just to recognize, all right? Already is like that, yeah, no? It already happened, yet, just don't worry about this though, but we're going to practice in a moment, okay? But these are just other words that help us to talk about the present perfect, okay? No te preocupes por esas palabras todavía, no? There are many, I know, but it's just to recognize that there are more time expressions than.
But it's familiar to me already, yet, just recently, latterly. Yes.
Lately. Great.
I know it.
All right. So for example, we know that this have, right? Contraction. I have already told you, right? This is that, right? I have already told you. So let me show you some other slides so we can see more detail.
I have already told.
So it's like right? I've already told you. Okay, so let's start with this question. And so Jose, what interesting foods have you eaten? Anything weird, it's strange, something interesting.
What interesting food have you eaten? I have eaten the instant, I don't know how to say, the stomach ache is the stomach of the
What animal?
I don't remember how to say las vacas, the vaca,
Cow.
cow.
Okay, so I guess
Cow
something like that.
stomach. I have eaten cow stomach.
Nice, very good. So remember contractions. We always use contractions. No, instead of I have, I've eaten, blah, 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 right? So pay attention when we use this this type of question. It's just, we don't care about the time specifically, right? We're not using any time expression. We're just saying in general, what interesting foods have you eaten? And you just mention, oh, I've eaten blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
It's not, we are not specifying the time. It's just general, right?
Right.
So that's when we use the present perfect, right? When something happened at some time in the past, but not at a particular time. We're not specifying about the specific time, right? And we call it the indefinite past because we don't give an exact time. We're not saying 3 months ago, or I'm not saying 2 years ago, right? I'm not specifying the exact time. I can give maybe about approximately time using since and for, right? But usually the present perfect, even the indefinite past, doesn't care about the time, all right? So let's see this little example. Can you read Talia and I'll read Tani?
Perfect.
You're Talia.
I am Talia. Okay. Have you listened to
Yes.
the recording?
Yes, John and I have both listened to it. Great. No, the question is about an action, right? But they don't care about when. They're just saying, oh, have you listened to the recording? That's all, right?
That's all. Okay.
So they just want to know if they heard the recording, but they don't care when it happened, right? That's the present perfect.
Don't listen.
So they don't care when, they just want to know if it happened or no, right? Is that part clear?
Yes.
All right.
Tell me why they use both. If yes, and I, John and I have listened to it.
Both, no? Los
Yes.
dos.
Oh, yes. Well, okay. I have
It's
both.
just, it's a way to be more specific about an idea. They're just being a little bit more specific about that idea, that's all. All right. So there are many time expressions to use with the present perfect. So let's see some, all right? Ever. Usually this ever, it's used to describe about things that happened before now. So this is a very, very common question to make using ever. Could you read it, please? You read Tony, I'll be Talia.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Nick Crawford?
Heard, right? Heard.
Heard.
Great. Yes, I have. Right? So this is like at some time before now. No, have you ever? That phrase is very common for I don't know, for the use of ever is very common. No, it's there is even a game. No, have you ever?
Do you use this word just for question, or can you use in an answer?
Yes, this is just for questions and usually for answers. If this is negative, you say never.
Never.
You can say no. Sorry. I've never heard of blah, 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 right?
I think you
So
you
ever
will
for
write
questions, never
I
for
never
answers.
love. It's
I've
like
never,
no.
oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
sorry. It's a joke.
Oh, okay. All right. So yes, I have, or if it's negative, no, I have never, no, blah, blah, blah. So ever, it's gonna go, this is the tricky part with the time expressions. Where you put ever, where you put since, where you put for, or already, blah, blah, blah. No, that's the tricky part. And I'm going to leave an exercise for you to practice that. No worries, all right? But ever goes before the past participle, right?
Yes,
Or
have you
because
ever?
if this will be just a regular sentence, I can say, I've never heard
I've never.
of this person, right? But because it's a question, this type of question ever goes before, right? Have you ever, right? The order is important because it's common to make mistakes there, right?
Yes.
Like it's a plus that we add to the idea to be more specific. So we're going to stop here and I'm going to leave an exercise for you on WhatsApp. I'm going to send you an exercise to practice all these tenses. All right. And tomorrow we will review really quick if you have any questions. And we will try to practice this a little bit more. All right.
All right.
But remember, present perfect always use past participle verbs. We have to practice the past participles. And another important thing is the time expression, right? So the time expression is going to change the complete meaning of each of the sentences. That's how it is. All right. Siempre
Right.
acá.
Yes,
I know
I will practice everything you send me by WhatsApp on weekend. Because
on the weekend.
the exercise on the Pearson web took a lot of time to me every night, so I am exhausted overnight. So in the weekend I will practice all the exercise that you send me for WhatsApp.
All right, no worries about that.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
gonna try to send maybe one exercise per class so you can review that because usually, again, this class usually is 3 times per week. So the students have the next day to work on it, you know, they have a little more time. But because it's a little bit more intensive, I understand that you obviously have to work and do other things. So I'm gonna try to send maybe just one exercise per class so you can practice a little bit more, all right? The exercise that I'm going to send you is going to be related with time expressions, all right? Ever, never, just these words, all right? So, and we will review a little bit tomorrow. And then let me run the polls.
Could you send me the presentation, your presentation, or do you have in PowerPoint?
I do have it in PowerPoint, but it's really heavy because as you can see, I have 123 pages. But I can send you maybe the link. I'm not sure if I have it on PDF. But anyways, we have the recording on the YouTube channel. I'm not sure if I shared that with you.
Okay, don't worry, don't worry. I know clearly that I have to practice verbs in their different ways, the verb, and I have to practice time. Present perfect, past participle. I will practice a lot on this. Don't worry.
It's not really that complicated. It's just because we're seeing many different things and it might be confusing. But this part of the tenses is gonna pass soon. No worries about that. I'm just going in order. Then it's kind of easy. You know, we're going to see modal verbs, which is easier to understand. Now the topics change and they get smaller and easier. Usually when you learn a new tense, it's a little bit more complicated to understand, no? But then when you see something more specific, it takes a little bit just to understand. You know, for example, modals, or we're going to see the future, which is very easy, you know? So that's fine. Verbs, usually it's the hardest for everyone. So it's just practice, all right? So thank you very much, Jose. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'll try to find an exercise which is kind of short for you to do. And well, I'll see you tomorrow in classes. Have a great day, Jose.
Thank you. You're welcome, teacher.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.